Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I would like to talk about some apps that I use on my solo plays that I think that are really useful for anyone. So most of the time when I share my gameplays on my channel, I use tools on my computer, but when I'm on a table or somewhere else where I do not have my computer, I use these tools, and I think that as they are useful to me, they might be useful for someone else. So this is the reason that I'm making this video, and I hope you like it. So the first app that I would like to talk about is the one called RPG Generator. This is the name of the application, and I need to mention that I have an Android mobile phone, so all these apps I got from Google Store. So in these two, one can find a lot of things. As you can see, we have dungeon, encounters, items, miscellaneous, NPC, quests, and town. And let's just grab one just to show you in maybe, I don't know, dungeon. And dungeon, I have these options as well. So let's just get a hidden door. For instance, we have 50 hidden doors, so one can just check every one of them here, or just press this button on the top and it picks one for you. So hidden door number 6, and there is an explanation of this hidden door. If we go to another topic, we could go back town maybe, and in town we have a lot of options too, from tavern games, rumors, to festivals, for instance, even factions. So let's just get a faction, and I can just 100 factions available. I just click here, and there is this syndicate, a group of wizards, scientists, and engineers, and so on. So this is really useful because most of the time we solo players, I would say, we struggle a little bit to create content from the top of our heads. So of course we rely on random tables that gives us some spark words that we can use to create something. But here one can have the idea already, a concrete idea. So you don't need to just grab some words, random words, and try to figure out what they mean. If you need a faction, just go here and create this by using these tables. So yeah, this is the first step that I would like to share. This one is available not only on Android. Actually, I know that it's possible to grab on Apple Store as well, and Windows Store too. I do have it installed as an app on my computer from Windows Store, but I do have this in my mobile phone, and this is called Dice 3D 7 Pixels. On Google Play, actually on Google Store, it's called just Dice, nothing else. And this is really good. Although we have several dice rollers apps available, I like this one because we can save some preferences, and we have these really good 3D dice that we can really see how the numbers, and even when we roll it, we feel like it's real, although we know that's not. But it's better than just create just click on a button and have a random number. I like to have at least the feeling of these dice rolling on a surface. I do have some preference saved here. For instance, this is for Iron Sworn. I have some 2d6s with different colors, or 3d6 as well. If I play any kind of Power by the Apocalypse or Tiny Dungeons, I have these saved. But there are a lot of options here, as you can see, and one can just change the background, and it's possible even to buy additional stuff here. So it's an app that I really like. I use a lot when I'm traveling and I do not have my dice with me. I use this app to play my some kind of RPG session, or even sometimes just play some dice. I just roll some dice for no reason with my kids. We it's good to on some occasions. And this is the second one that I like to share with you. The third one is custom image dice. Basically, what this app does is you upload several images to it, and then it pick an image randomly, and it's useful mainly, at least for me, if I have a deck, some kind of Mythic deck, and I don't want to print them out. I can just use it to get a random card from it. So I do. This is the common dice is the default one, and it's just all dice are here. So just reroll, and then you can see the numbers. I don't use it, but what I do use is my decks that I imported. So this is Dungeon World Oracle deck. So I use this here. I was using it actually. Let me just discard these cards from my hand, shuffle it, and then you can see that I have a card here. I could, if I say, oh, I would like to draw 3 cards, I can just add these to my hand, and I have 3 cards, and I can check one by one. If I click on them, I can discard a card, and then now I only have 2, or I could just put this back to the draw deck, and I can just shuffle everything without losing what I have in my hand. And this is useful as well on Forbidden Lands. There is this combat deck, and one can use this to get randomly a card from it, as you can see. And the Mythic deck too can be used. For the Mythic deck, although it's a little bit different, because you have 2 results depending on the direction of the card that you buy. And on a mobile phone, what I do is I draw a card, and then I spin my phone on the table, and then I grab my phone, and I get the card that is the right direction. For the fourth one is RPG Master Sounds Mixer, and unfortunately I cannot show you the sounds themselves, because I'm streaming my mobile phone on my computer, and the sounds, if I click in a button here, the sound only reproduce in my mobile phone, not in the speaker, so I cannot capture it, or at least I do not know how to do it. But what we have here is some sounds, music, and ambient. And we do have some packs as well that can be bulked additionally. But with the default things, we already have a lot of stuff that can be used for inspiration, or sometimes you are playing alone and you do not have anyone at home as well, so you would like to have some kind of background sound. This can be used. And yeah, I like it. I use these as well when I play with my kids, just to put some sounds on the help them actually to imagine better what I'm trying to explain to them. So this is a good app, and I think that could be useful to you. Now some apps that are more linked to some oracles. This one, for instance, is called Assistant for Mythic, and of course is based on Mythic Oracle. And what one has here is basically Mythic Oracle, so one can define the chaos factor here, and it can tell, oh, it's 50% chance of something happened, so I just click here and it says no in this case. If I need a new scene, I click here and I can increase the cause factor or decrease the cause factor, and it says, okay, this scene is interrupted, and it already says what we need to do. So it's a PC negative with these two words, attach and possessions. So I could translate this as maybe my player lost any kind of item, and it keeps a history of everything that I roll. And yep, and NPC list can be tracked here. I can just add NPCs, a thread list, and there is some idea generator with some words and even images too. So it's helpful if you wish to use Mythic. You can just have Mythic on your mobile phone and play your game. This one is called MUNE Engine, MUNE Engine, and this is basically the MUNE Engine. Once again, it's an oracle, so we have the oracle here. And on MUNE we have advantage, disadvantage, and neutral. There is no chaos factor as we have on Mythic. So if I click here, yes, and if I click here, no, but, and it always says the result in the bottom. If I say that it's with advantage, if I click here, there are two numbers now, and the answer is yes. If it is with disadvantage, okay, the answer is still yes in this case, but it shows here that it is with disadvantage. We do have the NPC attitude towards you or towards something, hostile, friendly, neutral, and so on. And we have if something happens in your scene, so decrease a simple element, wild positive, remove simple element, and there is this intervention. Basically, when it reaches a certain amount of 6 that you roll in the die, if I'm not wrong, you just add 1 to intervention, and once we have reached the third one, if I'm not sure, yeah, I think it's this third one, something happened in the game. So if I click here several times, maybe I will get an intervention. It will pop. Oh, no, yeah, it pops here, intervention. So something, and now it's 0, and it just basically it's like a random event from Mythic. And if you need some words as well for inspiration, just click here, pointless head, mind, and danger. So just click here, and then you can have few words. There is no history, and there is no way of adding stuff to it. You cannot keep tracking of your game, but the app itself is useful if you wish to use MUNE Engine on your games. And of course, if I'm talking about oracles and apps, of course I need to add this one-page solo engine to the list. I already have a fully dedicated video on it, but I do have this as an app on my mobile phone too, so I need to share this. I already talk about this on the other video, but the app in the mobile phone is exactly the same. Of course, the content that is here, it's local content, so everything that you roll, it will be kept only on your mobile phone. It does not synchronize with the web app, but how it works is exactly the same. So I will not spend so much time on talking about this app here, because I assume that if you need further details, just go to the video one-page solo engine that I present this with more details, how to use it properly and so on. And last but not least, Adventuresmith. And this one is the one that I use most. And the reason for that is that if you check the options that are available in this app, there are a lot of things. So basically, one can see that some names that are really common in RPG are here, such as Game Master Apprentice, Knave, Maze Rats, the Perilous Wilds, and so on. So if we go to Maze Rats, for instance, we have some tables. Actually, all tables, if I'm not wrong, from Maze Rats can be found here. So if we create a character, we can create a character, NPC, a name, a spell, animal, monster. So if I click just NPC, for instance, there is an NPC already done for me. So I do not need to roll and write stuff. I can just click here and I have an NPC. If I go to Knave, I can just create a character, for instance, and that is the character with all stats, abilities, skills, and alignment, and so on. So and I have access to the history. So even if I created another character or another thing, even from a different option here, the previous results are going to be there. So Perilous Wilds, if I go here and click, let's see, a discovery, then we have a natural feature, arcane, source repository, neutral alignment, evocation is the magic type, but I still can see all other results. And yeah, we have several generators here. Freebooters on the frontiers, for instance, there are a lot of useful tables. So here I only have character and spell, but if I click character, there is a name, the stat, appearance. So even if you do not use, for instance, the stats, if you are using another system, you can use at least the appearance, for instance, or the virtues and vices, or the gear. So you can just use some of these items here, not everything, but just something. And even for other themes, such as stars without number, we have aliens, we have corpse, religions, characters, tech, architecture. So let's see, world, or alien. That's alien. There is the body type, lands, social structure. Let's get another alien, totally different, as you can see. And yeah, this information is here. And these are the apps that I think that are very useful and I use very often in my games, as I said. And if you know about another app that is useful as well, please share this in the comments. And that's it. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.